Hey guys! As the title of this video says, I was able to get into the closed beta test of Dissida Duellum Final Fantasy. So, I thought I'd do a bit of a review of the game, as well as show off some of the gameplay. There is also a story, but I'm not going to show any of that, so don't have to worry about any spoilers there. But before we get into it, I just want to say, I recorded all of this commentary in post, because the only time that the servers were open was while I was at work. Yeah, I've got a job, wagey, getting cagey. And the reason I didn't record my audio through my phone is because, 1, it would have sounded terrible. 2, most of it was just me complaining about my teammates. Look, it's gotta be somebody's fault, and I'll be damned if it's gonna be mine. And 3, this is what it sounds like at work. Also, this is the first video that I've ever fully edited, so bear with me. Worth it. Before we get into it, a little bit of history. Dissidia Final Fantasy is a spin-off of the main series, and first came out in 2008 for the PlayStation Portable. It pits the main protagonist and antagonists from throughout the franchise in action-style battles, and the second entry, Dissidia 012, which released in 2011, kept the same formula, while fine-tuning the gameplay and expanding the roster. Then came the Dissidia Arcade Cabinet in Japan in 2015, which was then ported to the consoles and called Dissidia NT. This entry changed the format from 1v1s to 3v3s. Yay, teamwork. Making it no longer about your skill alone, but about how well you coordinate with your team. This finally brings us to Dissida Duellum, a mobile game. Yeah, mobile game. So exciting. Glad this is what we've come to. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not alone, at least. Since it's been reformatted into a mobile game, it wouldn't be fair to directly compare them to the previous entries. Believe me, it's not even close. Instead, I'll try to remain as unbiased as possible and talk about how it stacks up as a mobile game. Nothing else. So, let's get into the highs and lows of this latest Square Enix entry. First things first, upon loading into the game, the main menu has all your basics, all your different tabs for the various features, daily missions, the season pass, hey, gotta make money somewhere, and as well as your currently selected character for matchmaking. Yeah, you pick your character before matchmaking. The servers try to balance it out, but I'd be lying if I said that I never saw any doubles in any of my matches. One thing I will say is that for a mobile game, it looks pretty clean. Obviously, this is going to depend more on your device and settings, but overall, the models are nice, and the backdrops are pretty good looking too. Wait, why are we talking about backdrops? Like, is this really a feature? Whatever. With the main menu out of the way, let's jump into two of the highs of this game, the characters and the soundtrack. The characters included in the closed beta test are the Warrior of Light, Kain, Krill, Terra, Cloud, Renoa, Zidane, I'll be damned if I ever call him Zidane, Lightning, Gaia, and Prompto. Obviously, we can expect this roster to grow and expand as the game comes out, as well as in future updates. They each have their original outfits from their respective games, and a modern real-life outfit as well, with 2 color variants for each of these, bringing the total up to 6 outfits for each character upon the closed beta test. These outfits and characters are rolled for gacha style, because, you know, why would I want to pick my favorite characters to play as when I can just play the slots and randomly get somebody? Yay. I don't know how it's going to be for the full release, but the beta was actually pretty generous with character tickets, and even included 4 characters in the battle pass, so as long as you played enough, it was pretty easy to fill the roster. Every character has their own unique abilities, passives, and playstyles, so they definitely all feel different, and the models all look good, and the designs for the clothes are really well done as well. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty solid 9 out of 10 for character design. Next, let's move on to the soundtrack. Oh, yes, the soundtrack. Every time a new entry to this series comes out, this is what I look forward to the most. Dissida has always done amazing remixes of iconic Final Fantasy songs to fit the fast-paced fighting and intensity of the battles that are happening, and I can proudly say that with this entry, it continues that tradition. In fact, I'm just gonna shut my mouth and cycle through these battle themes so you guys can listen. Actually, I'm not even gonna tempt myself to talk. I'm just gonna walk away. I'll be back.
この世界、我らが守ってみせる。
どんな世界にいたって私は一人じゃないから。
面倒も危険も背負うのが何でも屋の仕事だ。
人たちの分まで私戦うよ。
俺の手が届くところは絶対守りたいんだ。自分の生き方は自分で決める。明日を迎える権利は誰にだってあるはずよ。過去は変わらない。でも未来は自分で決められる。
I don't even need to say anything besides perfect 10 out of 10. Next up is the abilities, and the first big problem with this game. Abilities are drawn through a gacha, just like the characters, and range in rarity from normal to ultra rare. Hello, I've never played a gacha game before. There are also character-specific abilities, which can only be used by those characters, as if that wasn't obvious from being called character-specific. Anyways, Abilities can be set into your main group, which are the ones that you can use during battle, or the support group, which aren't used during battle, but provide stat buffs. Yeah. Every ability has stats for your character behind it. Yeah. You level up these abilities with growth eggs, which are earned through missions as well as just playing the game. That's not the real issue. The real problem is that an ability has a level cap of 10, and in order to raise the cap, you need to draw copies. Higher caps means higher levels, means higher stats, means stronger characters, which basically all comes down to you either need to have insane luck at drawing the same abilities that you're actually going to be using all the time so that your stats stay up, or throw your wallet at the game. And, I mean, like, I think we know which one Square prefers. Yeah, it's definitely the wallet. This, in my opinion, is going to lead to a big pay-to-win discrepancy, as if that's not already 90% of the mobile games out there. But I digress. Let's move on to the monster itself, the gacha. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say here. It's a gacha. You put in currency and cross your fingers, or whatever ritual you've concocted from all of your years of gacha experience. I don't know, burn candles, draw a circle, pray to a photo of whoever it is you're trying to get stuff for. Whatever. Anyways, the rates aren't terrible. 5% for an ultra rare is definitely not the worst I've ever seen in all the gachas I've played. In fact, it's a little more on the higher end, but it's still 5%. There's also a hard pity system, which is every 100 rolls, you are guaranteed an ultra rare skill. The character gacha cannot be rolled with currency, so you can't pay to get all the characters, which I guess makes sense, because rolling the characters just gives you the option of playing that character. It doesn't really affect how well you do or anything. I mean, unless you've, got all of Zidane's abilities and don't have Zidane, I guess that would be a reason that you'd want to, throw money at it, but otherwise, it makes sense in my mind. But, yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's a gacha. It's a roulette. It's a random chance. So, happy rolling, I guess? I really need to stop just saying things like that. Finally, we're on to the big ticket item itself, the gameplay. Matches are styled in a 3v3 wait, I got this, hold on. PvEVP format, where the objective is to be the first team to kill the boss. The boss is immune to all damage unless you're in a Brave Burst. In order to Brave Burst, you have to reach maximum bravery, which is 9,999. Yay! Final Fantasy numbers! You gain bravery by killing small monsters, enemy team members, or purifying crystals. Purifying the crystals is the most important because it gives bravery to the entire team, whereas the other two methods only give bravery to that single player. But I want to show off. I want to show that I am the reason that we won, not these other guys. I need the bravery. Yeah, that doesn't work here. Each team has a separate health bar for the boss, so no kill stealing. Yeah, you guys might have done almost all of that, but that last 10 HP, yeah, that was me. I took that. I deserved that win. No, doesn't work that way. Also, 2 players can activate a burst chain by attacking the boss simultaneously while both in a Brave Burst. This increases the damage dealt to the boss. Once again, coming back to, yay, teamwork. No solo acts here. I mean, unless you really think you can do a 1v3. I don't know. Some of you might. Look, I know I've been knocking this game quite a bit, aside from how it looks and sounds, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's kind of fun. Is it the greatest? Absolutely not. But I was pleasantly surprised that even though they dumbed this series' mechanics down to its bare core just to put it onto a phone, it was still nice to pick up and do a match when time allowed. In fact, I'll show you a full match here, and this is definitely the first match I loaded up, and not me fishing for a win anywhere. This just happened immediately.
よろしくな。頼むな。最善を尽くすわ。盛り上げてこいよ。さあ、幕開けといこうか。前だけ楽しんでいこうぜ。背中は守る。私たちの力を見せて面倒見てやる。
恐れず進みなさい。
聞いてくれ。いいとこ見せるよ。いいぞ。しばらくは大丈夫。はっせおいへいおいそれやおりゃ俺に任せて。そうだ。よしそれおりゃよや俺たち息合ってる。危ないよ。標的だ。あいつが大ボスだ。おし動き出す。問題だ。いいぞ。そうよ。うまく浄化するぐらい余裕だぜ。はい。
恐れず進みなさい。
真の力を見せてやる。おりゃ。信じるよ。俺たち息合ってる。やっと。それ。君はさせない。浄化したのか。問題だ。いいぞ。おりゃどうよ。よーし行っちゃうか。いいぞ。クリリーナどうはっそれへいや幕切れだ。浄化したのか。いいぞ。
恐れず進みなさい。
聞いてくれ。いいとこ見せるよ。やるぞ。しばらくは大丈夫そう。全てを出し尽くす。悪くない戦いだ。お疲れ。悪くない戦いだった。ありがとう。サンキュー。悪くない戦いだったな。次も悪くない戦いだった。悪くない戦いだったな。悪くない戦いだったな。
So, after all we've covered, in both looks, sounds, gameplay, and the system itself, as well as the gacha and the drawing, at the end of the day, I've decided to give Dissida Duellum a 6 out of 10. Look, I love Final Fantasy. I've given many years, well, not many, I mean, I'm still young, especially for gaming. I definitely am not in the older years. But seriously, I've even learned to speedrun Final Fantasy X. I mean, go check it out. It's only 10 hours long. I'll wait. You can come back really quick. But there's a lot of problems here. And it's blatantly obvious that Square just wants your money. I know I said I wouldn't compare them, but come on. We went from this to this. And honestly, I'd go lower if it wasn't all the characters I grew up around. This is with the nostalgia filter. It only gets you so far. When it comes to Dissida Duellum, will I still play it when it's released? Oh yeah, for sure. Am I gonna throw money at it? Absolutely the hell not. But does that mean I'll be stuck in bronze and silver forever? I mean, yeah, most likely. But I don't care. At the end of the day, I get to kill 4 minutes of time running around as Final Fantasy characters, killing monsters, and listening to an amazing soundtrack. And that's good enough for me. But hey, everyone has their own opinions, and maybe yours will be different. I'm just trying to give you the info that I have, and let you know mine. And a big thank you to anyone who watched this review. I know I'm a small-time nobody, and this probably won't even reach a lot of people, but the majority of fan bases are small-time nobodies, and don't even voice their opinions. So, if you liked what you saw, be sure to give me a like, maybe subscribe, see some of the other stuff that I've done. And if you don't agree with me, go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to hear your own thoughts. Either way, thank everybody, and I hope you all have a great day.